you can find paintings of mermaids in a cave in the South African Klein Karoo. But why would a mermaid stay in a semi-desert? I aim to answer this question, so follow me, I'm right behind you. In an undisclosed location in the middle of nowhere, there's a cave. It was once a sacred place to the indigenous people. And on my journey to the cave, I saw some magnificent creatures. The southern rock agama, but in Afrikaans, its name is much better, a bloukop kochelmander. Always be aware of your surroundings so you don't disturb your eight-legged friends. I found evidence of visitors that have long passed, and I'm puzzled by these rusted wires, presumably from burnt tires. But why would anyone burn a tire here? I then proceeded to chop down an alien, as I needed a stick for what was to come.
Usually the water is just a little bit over there, but now it's come all the way to here.
Not only did I have to traverse the high, overgrown river, but a recent storm had made the rock pathway disappear like tender money. That was okay because I make my own path. I foolishly thought that pushing the reeds ahead of me would keep me out of the water, much like a boat. But I slightly misjudged my weight. The reeds did help a bit, but I was relieved when I found stability.
There's a rock. Yes, I'm on a rock.
I ventured on until I saw...
Oh, fuck.
The cave is just over there, but now look what the flood has done. I've never seen water here, but as you can see, there's running water everywhere.
Look how beautiful this is.
The fact that there is fast-flowing water here is a great sign for the possibility of mermaids in the Karoo. I survived the river crossing, but I'd have to return the same way. Or maybe not. Though the pathway was full of potential snake hiding spots, I looked north and walked forth. That is, until I saw signs of ancient fires. I must be getting closer. As luck would have it, I was only a jump and a hop away from the cave. Inside the cave, the view is more breathtaking than a whole brand bunny chow, and greener than the aftermath. You'll find lots of evidence of its earlier inhabitants that have long since passed, and some that have passed more recently. However, the ones that live here now are hairier than me. The caterpillar of a Cape leopard. I'm always fascinated by how tubular animals move around. And if you were wondering, this is how big he is compared to a lion. Close by, a pugnacious ant struggles to get into a grub, until her larger and stronger sister swung by to show her how it's done. Yes, these are both female. The largest animal that currently inhabits this cave is the dodgy. Their evidence is everywhere. Some fresh and others ready to be harvested. The indigenous people used this white gold as medicine. These same people made paintings. Most are familiar animals, and amazingly these elephants point towards Knysna, where they were once abundant. Although some of the paintings go way over my head. There's one that I travelled all this way for. Mermaids. Some would argue that this is a ritual involving swallows. I like to argue that swallows don't have elbows and hands. They don't make fire, nor do they fish. Granted, the ones at the bottom, I'll give them. These might be swallows, but as they progress, their top halves become more human. A squiggly line separates them, signifying water, and at the end there's a man, holding two creatures and carrying a bow and quiver. Yes, this might be a ritual to bring forth water, but the sand people painted what they saw. So is this not what they saw? You decide for yourself. But it's dry. Or is it? What starts as a small bubble from the earth will grow stronger and eventually run past this cave. From here, it grows even larger at Kaptein's Kloof until it reaches a dam. If it wasn't for this blocking its path, I'm sure it would travel all the way to Meiringspoort, where there is an important waterfall. With a flood of 96, a mermaid was caught on her way to the sea. This is the tower where she was kept, but when people came to see her, they found a mannequin in her place. By then, she was already released back into her home in Meiringspoort. Her name was Eporia. Back at the cave, after a quick meditation, I tested the echo with some magnificently terrible calls. I bid the cave farewell and made a bad choice.
Normally now I would go down to the bottom and then turn left before the river and then cross on the other side, but since I'm still going to get wet either way and my shoes are still wet, I'm going to go straight to my car.
The water level got all the way to here, which is insane.
Even more insane is where I decided to cross. As my Fong Kong knife was blunt, I used my stick and then decided to look for another crossing. When I found one, I went for it. When I couldn't touch the bottom, I realized that this simply won't work. And I went back to where I had originally crossed. After following the wrong path, I found a mountain of reeds. So I decided to buy some ground. Not long after, I found the correct route and made like Rokov.
Yo.
A short stroll later, and I was in the clear.
The one thing that we all need, that I forgot, is water. Cheers, mate.
This gave me the ability to redeem myself.